I'm on my pre-Cheltenham Festival tour and I've come down to the West Country. No prizes for guessing where the first stop is. 14 times champion trainer, Paul Nicholls.
We'll see you down there. Just follow Monsieur, all right? Just a nice strong canter, alternate sides. Go on then, 2.5. There's a challenge getting the balance of the feed right with the work you do with them and just get them right, but we can just start stepping them up now. Whoa! Go straight in, give them a wash and lead them round, Molly, all right?
Paul, Cheltenham is looming. How do you normally feel at this time of the year?
You always look forward to it. Always nervous apprehension, you know, you always got a few challenges with, you know, the horse has been right or wrong. I'm hoping they're all right at the time. But fundamentally, you always look forward to it.
When we saw Pick Doherty winning at Ascot, I think it's probably as animated as I've seen you for a little while. I think that one meant an awful lot to you.
Well, of course it did. You know, you want to win those good races. We expected him to win, we wanted him to win, and he did. And I knew he was in seriously good order. But you know, having had a few reversals with a few of the horses, you just start, you become a little bit nervous and just hope that what you're seeing at home and how they look just reproduces on the track, which he did. I think a lot's been made out of it a little bit in a lot of ways. If you look at statistics, really, Sedan is flying and looks like being champion trainer. He's got a strike rate of 19%. Which is exactly the same as what we've got. Yeah. So it isn't that bad. No. And we've still heading on to 2 million in prize money. We won a Coral Gold Cup, a Paddy Power Gold Cup, the Ascot Chase now. So it's not all doom and gloom. So, you know, you just got to be positive and look forward and again, never look back.
Yeah, and then, so you, like you say, even though you've had a tough season by your standards, you're still second in the Trainers' Championship. And, you know, the man in front of you is the man who was your apprentice.
Yeah, and he's had, I'd say, double the run as we've had and run a lot of horses. And yeah, Dan's learnt an awful lot. He's done well. He's got a great setup and good people involved in it. He's learnt from us. You've got to have a good team around you. And I'm very proud of what he achieves. And if he's champion trainer, I'll be the first one to shake his hand and say congratulations. But it's hard. You can't. You know, it all depends on the players you've got in your team. You're not one team can win the Premiership every single season. It's how the players gone. And at the moment, we haven't quite got the players, or we haven't bought the right players. We've been a bit like Manchester United at the moment. So we've got to improve. El Redito's going for the play. Caldwell Potter. He's going to run that novice handicap over 2.5, You right? How many is that you've trotted? That's just one, isn't it, Nat?
Obviously, you've got a group here, a group there, and a group there. So why are they all like separate?
Because they're from hybrids, those three.
Yeah.
Okay, they've come from hybrids, and we just split them up because there's 16, so we have 8 and 8, just made life a bit easier, that's all. So we usually split them up. But so they basically do 2 trot, warm up, counter 2.5, canter back, canter up the hill. Yeah. Go on then, 2.5. Nice and wide.
Cheltenham Festival, 49 winners. Like, that's a hell of a haul.
It is, and you know, when I started here, as you know, you were with me from the beginning. Never ever dreamt that would ever happen. And I think the first year, '91, you rode 2 of those first 3 winners. I had Call Equine and Seymour Business, and they were game changing for me, those horses winning that week, because I hadn't had a Cheltenham winner. I hadn't been training all that long. That seemed to me like it was an eternity. And you know, I remember after that, Andy Stewart came along, John Hales came along, and you know, things changed really. So that week was a fantastic week for me, and obviously for you as well, winning a champion chase and a Gold Cup.
Those days you never forget. Like, I don't think, like, I can still remember my first Cheltenham Festival winner. Can you? Obviously, Flagship was your first.
Flagship.
What was it like walking into that winners' enclosure the first time?
Well, it's just unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, what a week. You know, Joe, you know, gave that Flagship a great ride and won, and then the next day, we thought, oh, great, we had a Cheltenham win. The next day, turned up with the champion chase. And then the third day, we won the Gold Cup. It was just like beyond, I mean, it was, dreams aren't made of that. Right, apart from Blue King, just a good strong canter, all right? No more than that. You go this time.
So let's talk about this year's battalion heading. Let's talk about the mares first. You've got 2 chances in that. The
2 fillies, Jubilee Alpha and Just a Rose in the Mares Novice Hurdle, I suppose have both got nice chances.
Do you have to train the fillies a little bit different?
Those two, they're not strong fillies. They are, but you just wouldn't overdo them.
Yeah.
Not overdo them. And then it's a challenge getting the balance of the feed right with the work you do with them and just get them right. But we can just start stepping them up now. Just a Rose had a few little issues since Taunton with her skin and one thing, so we couldn't go when we wanted to. We just waited to get her right. Just a Rose is unbeaten. She won a point-to-point in the horses. She beat his rate 136, I think.
Yeah.
I was a good horse, and she won well at Taunton. I mean, well, that's a fluke, but she couldn't have won any easier.
No.
We couldn't pull her up. And the other filly's been really good, and her form's good. Yeah, they must have chances.
Yeah.
Jubilee Alpha's done very well this year. She's a bit green, a bit unlucky the first out in Newbury, and then she made amends at Taunton. That form's worked out. Then she won well at Windsor. That form's worked out. I think she must have a lovely chance. Henry II, he runs in the Pertemps final. Obviously, Can Do Kid and Montmoral runs in the Stairs hurdle. The big white face horse is Henry II.
Yeah.
He'll run in the Pertemps.
Okay.
As long as it's soft.
Yeah.
They'll all be jumping up and down here again, so we can go down here. I think we're just about going to miss the rain.
You've got two then likely in the Pertemps, Henry II and Montmoral. Might he go there?
Henry II will run if it's soft. He loves winning round Sandown in tough ground. The handicapper might have just got him now. He went up quite a bit for winning very well with Freddie on, and he got beat the last day, but he'd have a chance. Montmoral is in that and the Stairs. You know, he's in no man's land a little bit. They'd probably have to carry 12 stone in the Pertemps, and in the Stairs hurdle, you know you're not going to win that, but you could run well, so we have to make the decision what race to run him in. It's a shame he doesn't jump fences, but he never will.
And interesting horse that in the bumper, no drama this end. I was really taken with him at Warwick.
Yeah, we were as well, obviously, because it was supposed to be a very hot bumper. We were basically thinking that if we ran well, it'd be second or third. We'd be chuffed. Won his only point-to-point for Will Biddick in the UK at Badbury Rings. Just kept on improving, and I loved the way he went in his race, very relaxed. And when Cobby asked him to quicken up, he quickened up well. Now, look, we don't know, looking back, the form of that race may not stand up, but we didn't want to run him again. He goes straight to Cheltenham. He's in good shape. Would like the ground soft. He loves soft ground. And, yeah, hopefully he'll run very, very well. But, again, it's me saying this always, you won't see the best of him until he jumps a hurdle in the autumn. Just a nice strong canter, no more. All right, it's a nice canter back. The last two, Ginny and Sue are going to canter up there. See the others, what should we do with them? Just a strong canter, no more. Ginny's looking fit now, isn't he? He's just dropped a little bit of a more sensible mark now. Yeah. He's away, look.
Ginny's Destiny, a horse that we haven't seen the best of this year.
No, he's so hard to get fit. I've just been a bit frustrated, really. But we started off last season well handicapped, was climbed up the handicap, then had some very hard races in the spring with Dan's horse. And I think it took him a while to get over it. And then you run in handicaps off 12 stone, everyone's following you. It's not that easy. But he's dropped down now to a more realistic mark. We were thinking of going 3 miles, but I think this year we're going to stick to 2.5. So he'll probably run in the plate on Thursday on the new track, which he likes. Shown some really good signs. I'd say he's probably 10 or 15 kilos lighter than he was the last time around, so we've got there fitness-wise. And if he shows his best, and he's come back to his best, he'd have a chance again. But he has to leave behind a few ordinary runs, to be honest with you. There's the other lot coming down. Caldwell Potter leading just over there. Potter's probably big in, you think, Mick? Yeah. You'd say that he's standing there. He's strong horse. He's in where he just likes plenty of cut in the ground. Yeah. That if we just drop him to a sensible mark, he'd go well. Yeah. Go on then, trot on!
And what about Caldwell Potter? Where might you go?
Well, he's been a little bit frustrating in a lot of ways, but hasn't been as bad as what some people make out. He won very well the first day, ran okay at Cheltenham, in quite a good race, and the ground was good, and I just wanted to get some experience into him, and he ran okay, and it was a bit quick from Carlisle, to be honest with you. And then he went to Windsor, and he ran okay. Yeah. He ran okay. I'm not convinced. Everyone tells me he's a 2-miler and he should be run over 2 miles on testing ground. I'm not convinced. What I see at home, if you didn't know, you'd say he wants 3 miles, and probably will do in time. But we're going to go 2.5 in the novice handicap. He's dropping down the weights a little bit, and he'll run well in that. He will run well in that if there's cut in the ground. And I think with the summer on him and knowing him a bit more, he's a sort of horse we have nowhere near seen the best of him. Rome wasn't built in a day. And you think all those good horses had Frodon and Clanders about. As they got older and better, up in trip, they started winning races. And I think that's where he'll be. So it causes pressure on me because he costs.
Yeah.
But when he comes through that front gate, he's worth the same as the others, and you just get on and do what you can. He's had a few issues. He's not easy to train, but we'll get there. Cobra's on Cabral and Matan. He's a nice horse.
Right.
Out of Innocence.
And Shearer
Ginny.
Champion.
We'll see you down there.
Cabral du Matin is a horse who he's been unlucky to have been beaten twice.
Yeah, I love him. He's a real tough horse. He can be a super 2-mile chaser. Obviously, he was pretty well unbeaten before he went to Ascot and got beat at short head that day. Now, if he'd jumped if he'd jumped the second as quick or the last quick, he may well have just won a short head. But he ran very well, showed lots of ability, travelled well, ran well at Windsor. I actually wish I'd kept him for Newbury, but you always look back. I think perhaps we just done things differently. And Windsor was worth a lot of money, and he was second, but the ground found him out a little bit too testing, a bit sharp. And I think Cheltenham would suit him, slightly better ground. He stays well, so looking forward to running him in the county hurdle.
So if I said to you, right, Paul Nicholls, what's your best chance of a winner?
I think it's going to be tough this year because, we haven't got any obvious Grade 1 horses there like we've had in the past that you could say there's a banker. But I think the two fillies, Jubilee, Alpha, and we forgot to mention Just a Road. She's very smart filly, a little bit unexposed in it. We haven't been able to run her since she won at Taunton, but I love the way she travelled and won that day. Now, the form might not be worth much, but she couldn't have won any easier, and he couldn't pull her up afterwards. Galloped through the line. She's not far behind Jubilee Alpha, so I think those two fillies probably in that race have got as good a chance as anything that we might run. Just a nice strong canter. Go straight in, give him a wash and lead him round, Molly, all right? I think we've timed that just to right.
Yeah, perfect.